Welcome in, guys. This is your girl, Coach Shine, coming at you with a live conversation on tonight. So, I'm going to allow for you guys to come on in, grab your pen and notepad, or whatever you may need, get comfortable. I'm sure some of you guys may have received my email that I sent out a blast, letting you guys know that I was going to be live on tonight. And I'm pretty excited because I'm feeling inspired to really just be more consistent with going live. So I think I'm going to bring my lives back more consistently. So you guys will be on the lookout for that, of course. But I just really want you guys to start thinking about some things that I feel we will be creating in the near future, and how we can implement this plan for up-leveling our brand. Okay, so a lot of you guys, if you're new here, I am a life and business coach, and I support you in your wholeness and your well-being and your overall life and business coaching, meaning we look at the totality of you as a person. Okay, so one thing that I feel has been really important when it comes to building a business, specifically an online business, is your ability to bring brand awareness by getting in front of your actual ideal target client. Okay, this is important because, of course, you want the right people in your services and products in your offers, right? Who are made for your services. So being crystal clear, especially when you have a service-based business, being crystal clear on who you are speaking to and who you are talking to is very important. So one thing that I really am excited about is really helping to develop mindsets and to help you guys understand how to bring forth your brand and communicate your message to the world, because that is really what it's about. How well can you communicate? How well can you really speak about the things that matter to you? How well can you articulate the value of what you have and what you bring, right? And so a lot of the things I feel, especially for myself personally, I feel like every so often I go through a brand shift, right? And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I do a lot of inner work, and therefore I have, kind of just like this new shift in my ability to develop and my lived experience, my gain insight and wisdom. So through actually living my life, I am truly inspired in supporting and creating more, right? And by supporting, I'm meaning like supporting my actual people, myself, my clients, my community, and those who are in my intimate spaces. So a lot of this comes from the fact that I focus on getting results, right? And when you're looking for to make major moves or major changes in your business, you have to focus on the actual end goal. Okay, and even if you don't know exactly what your goal is or have all the clarity, your purpose in that moment in space in between getting to that result should be to focus on a solution, meaning what is going to be the resolve, right? Because there's something about knowing your own inner compass and your own equilibrium right? Having your own understanding of something, and knowing what it feels like to get from that point of interacting with some new information, processing it, and then getting to a point of clarity, right? So the point is, even if you don't know the end result or the end goal, you should still be focusing on how can I get to a resolve? How can I get to a point where I am clear and I feel like things are actually neutral? Things are back into harmony. Things are back into balance, right? And so I found that even a lot of that plays out in our own business when we're working in our systems and we're actually making and creating, I like to say, then it can show us what needs to be revealed, what is our next step, and what we can do differently. Okay? So a lot of this stuff is very repetitive in nature. And I say that because if you're really good at pattern recognition, if you're paying attention to just things that kind of repeat in a cycle, or things that show up in a certain rhythm or in a certain way, then you can actually grab hold to a better understanding of it by being able to be one with it in a way that it feels like you're able to navigate it in a way of, I can see how this is going to connect me to the next thing. So there's always going to be a continuation, right? And so today I want to really kind of focus on branding, on your brand evolving and changing and up leveling as you grow and develop. So what branding actually looks like is you painting a picture, you telling a story, you actually taking people through a journey or a process, right? To me, it's like, it's easy to show up as a brand, being a brand, having a brand, when you're actually just living your life and you can capture those moments and document it in a way that solidifies you as a professional, that solidifies you as someone who has taken the extra steps to create a payment link or a way for people to pay you, or a way for you to monetize your services, your offers, or whatever your products are. That's what sets you apart, is having a service or a product, having a way for people to pay you, and you building a ecosystem around gaining more attention and eyes and exposure to those said products and services. And this is kind of very simple when you think about it in nature, because once you have your service or your product, then you have a way for people to pay you. Now it's up to you to just build content and context around that very thing. So just 3 simple things already put you in a place where you've set yourself apart from just observing on the sidelines or being someone who's scrolling all day, but really putting yourself in a lane of saying, I'm a professional, I'm a business owner, I am someone who is here to promote my products and services, and this is what I do, right? So you are the one that creates the awareness. You are the one that builds the awareness. And I feel like oftentimes when it comes to this, people overcomplicate it And I feel like once you get to a point in yourself, in your development and who you actually are, you will get to a point where your brand evolves in a way where you're not just talking and speaking about random things. You're not just posting random things. Yes, we may have all kinds of things that we like to share and reshare, or or whatever, but oftentimes when you've developed a personal brand that is connected to money, making money, you have decided that your content is going to be intentional, is going to be focused on you actually building a story around it. And it's really just that simple. So a lot of times you get to be the one to develop the brand as you go along by how you want to articulate yourself, how you want to express yourself, how you want to be known to the world. And a lot of times my key way of doing so is by really just getting people to really visualize what does that next level version of you, that version of you who is already doing the thing, who is already showing up in her lane, showing up, owning it. What does that actually look like? You then show up as her. You then do it. And you do it over and over again. And you will see how it takes a mind or a world of its own that becomes just very natural. Just really very natural. Like there's nothing forced when you're doing something that's honestly authentic to who you are. When you're doing something that you're very passionate about. When you're doing something that you actually love and care about and hold near and dear to your heart, right? There is nothing forced about you showing up for it. There is nothing forced about you talking about it. There is nothing forced about you being the person that you are here, right now, and today. So you get to make the shift in how you show up. You get to tweak those areas and ways where you can improve by looking at what you've already done. And honestly, guys, being able to observe your own product, your own content, your own way of doing things, and saying, okay, I can up level that right there. I can kind of make an adjustment in this right here, right? But in a way of like, you're owning it. You're owning the space. You're owning the room. Like, people will seek you out for your actual expertise. They will seek you out for who you are and what you bring. You guys know I love to talk about business. I love to talk about money. I love to talk about, ways to make money, multiple streams of income, digital products. I love to talk about business. I love to talk about branding. You guys know that I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be like, yeah, let's get this money. Let's get this post out. Let's get this class out. Let's get your content out. Let's really make it happen and do the work. But guys, that is just a fraction of it, right? That is just a fraction of it. There's so much more that happens behind the scenes that you guys have no idea, that is important to creating a whole business model. And this is what I get into inside of my actual coaching sessions, inside of my courses. Actually, the brand program, guys, that's one of my signature courses that I would highly recommend you guys go to my website right now and purchase. The brand program is going to give you everything you need to build a solid brand. So a lot of this is just about, what's up, guys? I'm not taking any requests in the live, but you guys are welcome to leave any comments or questions you may have. But yeah. So so building a brand is what we're talking about here. So being consistent in the essence of continuing to show up, and this is what I like to tell you guys. Let it be what it's going to be. Let it be what it's going to be. My important thing is that you have those three things in place. A way for people to pay you. A product or service, a way for people to pay you, and a way for you to communicate a story around it. The best way you can articulate that. And this is where you get to find your way. This is where you get to find the way that works best for you, because you got to be the one to actually start doing the work. Leading yourself through the journey and the process. You kind of just gotta really want it. You gotta be that. You gotta be the one. You gotta be the one that knows that you have something that people actually need and actually want and need. Okay, need, I for some reason want to come out more than once, but they actually need it. Okay, so that means that there is a desire there. There is a desire that is just a pull for them to say, hey, I need to purchase this. I need to go and claim this, right? I need to claim this thing. I need to go and have it. I need access to this information. I need to get more closer, right? Leaning in. This is what they call leaning into the space. I need to get closer to what it is that I have a desire for. See, you guys got to understand that a desire is a longing. It's like a sense of just wanting. It's a sense of just, I need that. And so this is where you have to really put out the things that you care about, put out the passion, the things you're passionate about, just really continuing to expand in your actual experience. So this is what I mean by focus on the result, because if you have a product and service, your goal obviously is to get it into the hands of as many people as possible. As many people as possible. So how can we actually do that? Of course, we're going to show up. We're going to create a platform. We're going to create a community. We're going to, put the people first in the essence of what their needs are, what they desire. What you got to get to know what it is and connect with them in a way that says, I really want to develop relationships. I really want to develop connection so that the people are already having a buy-in to what it is that you offer. there's a longing for what it is that you already presented to them, and that leaves them wanting more. So that is how people continue to show up, continue to buy, right? That is how you build a brand that is sensational, that is sustainable, but also has just this magnetism and longevity, because you built trust. So this is truly the importance of you showing up consistently, because now people know, like, this girl ain't playing, this guy ain't playing. They showing up every day, every week, or however, and they ain't letting up. See, that's what it feels like when you're in your purpose and you're doing your purpose work. A lot of this stuff, I feel like you guys just have yet to connect the dots on that part of what is your purpose. Okay, you have a product and service, right? What is the purpose? What drives you to want to help and support those who it actually helps? What drives you, right? When you focus on your controllables, right? The things that you can actually do right now, here, today, and what you can do to grow from here, you're going to see that the more that you put in the work day after day after day, how things start to compound and you start to see momentum. You start seeing results. You start earning income. You start seeing you hitting these different income levels, right? You start seeing these income levels, and you're seeing yourself develop and become someone new, something more. And this is how you got to develop and honestly, I'm just going to go out and say it. Some of y'all are just not that interesting. Some of y'all don't have enough contrast that it makes you interesting, right? So this is where you got to develop yourself on camera. This is why I tell people, go live. You're not going to get great at being on lives, talking to people, unless you put your reps in, unless you're getting on live and talking. Y'all know I always tell you, go live. Go live. There's a reason, because now you get to develop yourself, your confidence, but most importantly, you get to share more about who you are. People get to connect with you in a real-time space and energy way. And then now people get to say, hey, I really admire her. I really want to support. I really want to, if nothing else, I really want to try this out. And this is what builds the curious, the whole curiosity of, what there has to be more. There has to be something else behind it. Right? There has to be more, because it is. Right? And so, I really encourage you guys to really see what areas are you playing a whole new level. What levels are you ready? What ways are you ready to level up? What ways are you ready to step it up? What ways are you ready to show up, right? What ways are you willing to just continue to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to own this. I'm going to really show what I'm capable of. I know I can do this, and I'm going to continue to show up and do it. Because we love a good, confident person. We love the confidence, honey. Bring it. You know, show us what it is. And my thing is, yes, the more you do it, the more better you become. It's simple. The more you do it, the better you become. So I really want you guys to start thinking about ways that you can grow, ways that you can take it to another level, and then say, hey, you know what? There's a next step for me here. There's something else that I can do and apply that is very practical, and I'm going to do that right now. I'm not going to put it off until tomorrow or next week. I'm going to actually do that right here, right now. Because I had an idea and I executed on it. You know, they say success loves speed. Success loves speed. So what I found is that it's easy to continue to build a business, to continue to show up, to continue to do things that are in alignment. Because you are in your flow. You trust yourself because you're willing to try new things, but also your willingness to try new things, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, you're going to have to suck at it in the beginning. This is what they don't tell you, but this is what I'm going to inform you on and let you know right away. You're going to have to suck at it in the beginning, because guess what you're doing? You're building character. You're building resilience. You're building your confidence. You're getting your actual lived experience with it. So now you're like, oh, okay, I know this is what it is. You can stand up tall and say, I know for sure, because I have enough information to fuel me or to back me in my knowing. I tell people, if they lack confidence in something, it's because you don't have enough information or experience yet. That's it. You don't have enough information or experience yet. So guess what you got to do? You got to go and grow. You got to go learn. You got to go read. You got to go invest in yourself. You got to go, get some more knowledge. You got to go and try new things. You got to go out there and put yourself out there. I really want people to show up bold and confident. I really want people to show us who they truly are on camera. I want people to post who they are on camera. I want people to talk about who they are on camera. I want people to put it out there. And the more that you do this, the better, because now you're building here. You're building, you're creating, you're expanding your world and your reach. So I encourage you guys to join me on the journey. If you're looking to get the insight inside of my coaching spaces, I offer life and business coaching. In those spaces, we can go more in depth on how I can support you in actually building the systems and the strategy around you and your business in a way that you will feel so supported, in a way that you will feel so clear, in a way that you will know for sure without a doubt on what you need to do each day. You working your business every day would be no question. You know what needs to be done in your business every day would be no question. You will show up like the professional that you know that you are. You will show up as her, as that version of you that knows that I am who I say I am, and I really am. See, this is where you get the pruning. This is where you need to, to get polished. A lot of you just need to get polished and cleaned up, right? You guys need to polish your look, polish how you're showing up, clean up your page, clean up your language, clean up, the things you are listening to, clean up your space, just clean up. Some of this stuff is like, it's like those simple things that you don't really even think about that can really just create exactly what it is you need. The vibe, the environment, just to help you step into this energy. You just gotta own it. You gotta bring it. So developing on the leadership side, on the professionalism, on your customer service, those are things that you got to be aware of. Your ideal customer, how is your ideal customer's experience? What kind of experience are they having? Meaning, what journey are you taking them on? What is your client experience? When you build a client experience that is undeniable, that is quality, that is just irresistible, people will seek you out day after day, every day, week. Trust me, they're gonna be seeking you out, and you just never know when someone's gonna come across your page, your information, your work, your products and services, because you've been consistent, you're showing up, you're bringing it, you're putting it out there, where someone who could just be clicking on it will show up and support, will show up and pay, will show up and really, be your new client. So what am I saying here, guys? Don't sleep on the opportunities that you have every single day. You know how they say we all got the same 24 hours? We all got the same 24 hours, they say. So what we're going to do with those 24 hours, we're going to give it our best. We're going to give it the best that we got. We're going to show up in a way that we can, into the capacity and the awareness that we hold, because that is what we got to work with. And then we go and get more. And then we go and gain more. We get more insight, more information, more experience, more knowledge. So now I can do it again, but I can do it in a different way, or refine it, or I can say it a little better. I can express it from a different angle. You get the judge here. The point is, you got to put skin in the game. The point is, you got to build a system that's reputable, meaning you can repeat it over and over again, and knowing that you're going to take a client through an experience, through a journey, through a process, and they are going to get results. And guess what? You know this because you tried it over and over and over again. You didn't get that just because I decided that I was going to be this business owner and now the clients are flooding in because I said so. That'll be a wonderful way to manifest, correct? So guess what? Your ass got to be up on this camera, and you got to be out here promoting and talking and speaking and sharing. That's what it is. You got to be the one to put yourself out here and promote your work and talk about your work and your offers and what it is that you do. You got to be the one. You got to be the one. You got to be the one to say, hey, I know I have a product, a service, whatever it is. I know what I have is that much. It's worth it. It's worth it. Right? So that's the kind of drive, that's the kind of passion you build over time, because you are still committed. You're committed to showing up. You're committed to not giving up. You're committed to you actually doing it because you love it, because you enjoy it, right? And it's something that it gives you a sense of pride. It gives you a sense of purpose. It gives you a sense of knowing that you've expressed your goals, your dreams. You're that much closer because you're putting in the action. You're putting in the steps. You're taking the steps to move forward. And you're creating and building your actual life and your reality because you said so. This is how it works. This is how it goes. Showing up and doing it anyway. This is what I want you guys to start doing. This is what I want you guys to start actually implementing. I want to see you guys doing it in a whole nother way. I want to see you guys do it in a way that is going to show and represent who you truly are right here, right now, today. And that is the importance of building a brand. And if you guys are looking for actual support in refining your social media, your content, getting more knowledge on, how you can simplify this thing, I'm telling you guys, I've developed a simple system and process, breakdowns. I got courses on this stuff. But in a way where you can do your online business that makes you feel so fulfilled because you actually have something that you know is yours. And that you know that you've built from your own insight. That's the power of this work. That's the power of what it is that we do. That is the power of what we bring. A lot of y'all like to get cute on here. Y'all like to show up and listen. Y'all got some fire content. Fire. Okay? I just want to see more. I want to see the authority in your brand. I want to see you using your voice. I want to see you actually taking it up a notch. I want to see you actually showing us who you are as a person, who you are, and what you represent, and just owning it. Owning it. The more you do that, the more you set yourself apart, because what they often tell you guys, the secret sauce is always going to be you. But what sets your work apart, no matter what it looks like, is the fact that it's you. I don't care how many people are offering life coaching or business coaching. No one's doing it how I'm doing it because it's me. See what I'm saying? When you get a coaching session with me, you're going to have a whole different experience than when you already had with someone else, because it's me. So when you've gotten to a point of where you're like, you know what? She's right. I really do want to have that conversation, because I feel like, you know, there's just things that you just know. You know, without no doubt, it's just a knowing. Right? But I give y'all enough information for y'all to go out there and try it yourself. Go out there and try it, girl. Go out there and try it. Go and see. Go and see. Go figure it out. Go out there and go do some stuff. Right? Just for you to go and say, you know what, she was right. She's right. I need to show up a little bit more polished. I need to show up a little bit more professional. I need to show up a little bit more better. I need to show up a little bit more different than I have been. Or I'm feeling really inspired to you know, do something in a new way. Or, you know what, she really inspired me. So now I really am going to just try this out. Yes. And then once you try that out, that's when you start to realize, okay, yeah, that was fun. That's exciting. Now I want more. I want to see what's the next thing, because you're like, it's really helpful. It's really helping me out. I'm really seeing the results. I'm seeing things shift in my perspective. I'm seeing things change in who I am. I'm seeing things change. Because this is like real, actual work here, and this is real changes that we're doing. We just make it look easy, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, this is real work, and this is where people are getting breakthroughs. I'm telling you, people are getting breakthroughs in my sessions. People are getting breakthroughs. They're getting clarity. They're getting life changes. They're getting shifts in their lives. They're getting shifts in their actual perspective. They're getting shifts in who they are and how they're showing up. People are getting shift in their income. They're getting breakthroughs in their income levels. They're hitting new income levels. New plateaus have been lifted. Baby, there's things that are moving, and I need you guys to know that you showing up matters just that much. It matters just that much. So yes, this is what it is. And this is what I set out for my online community. I know y'all like, why is she talking to me like that? Because y'all when y'all step foot in Drika Shine's world, that when y'all clicked into this space, you are in a whole nother world and atmosphere here, and I need you guys to know what it's going to be. So now that you're here, this is what it is. I told you guys what it's about. I'm focused. We were focused on results. So what is your next level? What is your next level you? What does that look like? What does that entail? What does that involve? What does that means for you to show up like? Another level. I need you guys to make this personal. You understand? I need you guys to make this real personal. Like, I really, really want y'all to make it just that intense and just that serious for yourselves, because you're like, I'm going to really be intentional about this thing. And what drives you is because it's something that you truly want to do. A lot of you say y'all want to do stuff, but are you doing it? If it's truly what you want to do, you do it. It's done. That's it. So we are not making any excuses. We're not taking any no's. We're not taking no L's. We just only growing. We taking we gonna keep coming, and we gonna keep showing up, and we're gonna keep growing, and we're gonna actually grow in all areas. I know a lot of you guys are looking to grow your bank account. Listen, all areas. So it starts with you doing the work, showing up, and continuing to create and build from there. Okay? So guys, of course you guys are aware, and for those who are not, which is why I will continue to say it, in the Evolution of You membership, we have brand new master classes each month. You get every master class that comes out for a year-long access. You can access all of the memberships. All of the master classes that we will have when you sign up for the Evolution of You membership. So definitely get inside of that membership because it's extra spicy. It's just juicy all the time. The information there, you just never know what you're going to meet, because that allows me the creative range to say, you know what, I just got an idea for a class. And it really does take you on a journey, because there's so many areas to hit when it comes to life and business that membership is going to give you potent trainings, potent information that's going to be right on time every single time. And you're going to be amazed at how much clarity you gain and how much you grow and evolve from the beginning of the membership to the end of the membership. So definitely get inside of the Evolution of You membership. And also, I have the Deeper Than Beauty mentorship, and that is going to be 6 months, guys. 6 months of masterminding, hot seat coaching, trainings, coaching sessions. I'm talking coursework. You're going to be building your business from A to Z, beginning to end. This is going to give you everything you need. You're going to get the training, the leadership development to build your online coaching business from beginning to end. So if you're looking for that level of work to where you can get support in building your own coaching business and getting the training, then get inside of Deeper Than Beauty. That is going to be starting in July. So for those who lock in during this time, you guys will be pretty much securing your spot for the rest of the year. And we're going to be really pumping out that training for you guys to support you. It's really leadership school. It's development for you to step into your purpose fully as a coach, as a leader. And I really look forward to, enrolling new students. We are currently registering for our July start date. So sign up. If you know someone who is looking to start their online coaching business and who needs that support, then tell a friend, recommend it to them, and let's get them inside of that program so they can get started right away. Also, of course, you guys can visit my website. I have my Drika hair bundle wigs and lace fronts as well on my website. So 100% luxury virgin hair. I also have growth oil and head wraps. So you guys can check out all of the products that I sell on my website, and as well as book your one-on-one life and business coaching sessions. I am so excited to help and support you guys on moving forward. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys next week, actually. Next Thursday, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're just going to keep this thing rolling from here, guys. So I'm pretty excited to be more consistent for, I would say, the rest of 2025. I like to set goals like that for myself. So for the rest of 2025, you can expect me to show up live each week here and drop some gems and nuggets for you guys. And yeah, so tell a friend, share my page, and get inside. I'll see you guys there. Take care.